32. Also for the Dordt defenders, committing 10 turnovers per game and are forcing 9 turnovers per contest. The Dordt defenders, Jacob Viss is averaging 19.8 points per game. Bryce Kopic, 16.8. Cade Bleeker, 11.8. And the Midland Warriors are led by Jake Orrs, 14.6 points per game. Ryan Larson is at 11.1, and Jake Rushoff is at 9.7 points per contest. Let's take a look at the starting lineups then before we get further into the Wireless World pregame show. And we're going to get right up to tip-off with this. Luke Rankin is 0. He's 5'10", sophomore from Grimes, Iowa, averaging 7.6 points per game. Bryce Kopic is averaging 16.8 points per game. He is a 5'10" junior from Haywarden. Number 3 is Cade Bleeker, a 6'5" senior from Sioux Center, averaging 11.8 points per game. Lucas Lorenzen is a 6'3" freshman from Milford, averaging 13.2 points per game. And Jacob Viss wears number 34. He is a 6'7" senior from Rock Valley, averaging 19.8 points per contest. For the Midland Warriors, they will start number 2, Ryan Larson, a 6'3" sophomore from Omaha, averaging 11.1 points per game. Number 3 is Manny Bryson, a 5'9" senior from Augusta, Georgia, averaging 6 points per game. Jake Rushoff is a 6'1" senior from Omaha, Nebraska, averaging 9.7 points per game. Number 20 is Samuel Malu, a 6'6" senior from Pender, Nebraska, averaging 3.9 points per game. And number 22 is Jake Orr, a 6'2" freshman from Omaha, Nebraska, averaging 14.6 points per game. He's the leading scorer for the Midland Warriors. This is the Wireless World pregame show. The Dordt defenders lead this series since 2017-18 by a 10-1 margin. Dordt won 94-93 back on December 3. Rushoff at 17 and Larson 15 for the Warriors, while Dordt was topped by Jacob Viss with 24. We are underway with basketball. Midland with the basketball on the right-hand side. They pass it off to Orr. Orr with it. Throw it right side, Malu. Malu squares up. Jumper no good. Rebound cleared by Lorenzen. Lorenzen with the basketball. He gives it off to Rankin. Rankin with it. Rankin goes right side back over to Bleeker. Bleeker to Viss. Viss with it on the left-hand side. Throws it into the posting up Lucas Lorenzen. Lorenzen working it in. Pivots and lays it up with the right hand. Lucas Lorenzen with a 2-point bucket. And the Dordt defenders lead it 2-0. Jake Orr trying to guard him in the post. With it on the left-hand side, Rushoff. Rushoff goes to Malu. Malu with the basketball. Malu working on Viss. Off of the glass, no good. Rebound taken away by Jake Viss. Viss gets it ahead to Luke Rankin. Rankin with it on the right-hand side. Back to Viss. Viss dribbles with the left hand. Hands it back over to Kopic. Kopic at the top of the key. Hesitates. Comes back out front. Viss. Viss against Malu. Back it goes to Rankin. Luke, 15-footer, whispers it through. Luke Rankin with a mid-range jumper. And the Dordt defender lead is 4-0. 4-0 our score. Midland basketball, Malu. Malu gives it up out front. They throw it to Bryson. Bryson mid-range jumper, left side good. Manny Bryson with the 2-point bucket. It's 4-2. Full name is Emmanuel Bryson, but they told me last time through, he goes by Manny, so we'll call him that for the day. Bryce Kopic drives in. His right-handed layup is good. Bryce Kopic makes it 6-2 on the reverse. Driving from left to right, Bryson, another mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound taken away by Kopic. Dordt on the run, 4-on-4 break. Kopic on the right wing, hesitates to the free throw line, nothing there. Kick out pass back to Viss. Viss driving in, finishes with the right hand. Jacob Viss with a 2-point bucket. It's 8-2. Well, Coach Brian Van Haften, I asked him once, how come Jake can get where he needs to go? And he said, well, for one thing, he's a big man who can dribble. Right side it goes to Bryson. Bryson to Malu. Malu with the basketball. Also, Viss has showed himself to be a very competent three-point shooter. Free throw line jumper by Orr, and he banks it in. Not sure he called it, but he'll get credit for it. 8-4 our score on the bank in from 15. Back the other way, the Dordt defenders, Luke Rankin with a 2, makes it 10-4. And the Dordt defenders have not missed a shot yet on 5 possessions. They lead 10-4, and we have a timeout on the floor. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds.
This Dordt Media Network student-produced live stream broadcast is brought to you by Joyner and Zwart Dentistry in Orange City, offering dentures, implants, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere.
And sponsored by Sioux Center Health Therapy, partnering with Dordt University to provide quality care to all athletes. Sioux Center Health Therapy.
Ten to 4, Dordt with the lead. Maylou with the basketball out front. Maylou hands it back over to Rushoff. Rushoff with it. Rushoff in the lane, throws it away. It'll be Dordt basketball. Dordt will have it. Ball was thrown, very nearly picked off one of the clarinet players in the front row. Got to have your head on a swivel if you're going to be on the front row. With it is Rankin. Rankin with the basketball. Rankin with it. Picks it up back over to Bleeker. Cade to Jake Viss. Jake Viss with the basketball. Viss with it at the top of the key. Throws it down low for Lorenzen. Lorenzen working on Orr. Lorenzen again spins to the baseline, and his bank shot is good. Lucas Lorenzen with 4. Dordt leads 12-4. Rushoff with it on the right-hand side. He's going to drive baseline. Back over to Maylou. Maylou 17 feet from the hoop. Gives it up to Orr. Orr on the dribble. Orr throws it away. Ball deflected. It's taken away by Rankin. Rankin drops it off for Lorenzen. Lorenzen layup good. He's got 6, and the Dordt defender lead is 14-4. 14-4 our score. Maylou back over to Orr. Orr with the basketball. Gives it up. Out front it goes Maylou. Maylou to Bryson. Bryson gives it up to Larson, and we've got an offensive foul called on Emmanuel Bryson. So Manny gets called for an illegal screen, I believe. Dordt with a 14-4 lead. Our officials today, Brian Borchers. He hails out of Akron, Iowa. Nick Nelson, the former Briar Cliff head coach. And Chris Janish. With it on the right side is Viss. Viss for the basketball. He comes back over to Kopic. Kopic driving in, finishes with the right hand. No. Ball deflected out of bounds. Last touch by the defenders after the missed shot. That's the first miss by the defenders. And that's a shot that Kopic more often than not will make. Not that time though. And the Dordt defenders are on the defense. 14-4, Dordt with a lead. Midland has the basketball, dribbling in. Nothing there. Back over to Maylou. Sam Maylou. Dordt now 7 of 8 from the floor. All 2-pointers so far. Midland with the basketball. Comes back over to Maylou. Maylou finishes with the left hand. Samuel Maylou with a 2-point bucket. Dordt coming back the other way, leading 14-6. Left side, Bleeker. Bleeker open look at a 3. No good. Too short. No good. And the rebound is cleared by Midland. Midland with the basketball, Rushoff. Rushoff in between the circles out front. Rushoff looking for the pick and roll. Instead kicks it over to Hum. Dominic Hum. Right side back to Orr. Orr off the move. His shot good. Jake Orr on the move with a pull-up. Back-to-back buckets by Midland. Dordt leads 14-8. 5 minutes gone in this contest. Dordt with a 6-point advantage. Left side it goes Lorenzen. Lorenzen squares up his 3 off the left wing. No good. And the rebound is controlled by the defenders. I'd like to see the defenders maybe get a post touch or 2 again. With it on the right side is Orr. Orr, kick out pass. Hum, 3, good. And Dominic Hum with the 3-point bucket, and the Dordt lead is 14-11. We have a foul called on Hum as Rankin gets fouled as he takes it into the lane. 14-11 our score, so Hum whistled for the personal. Jackson Lusher into the ball game along with Camden Beelis, checking out Lorenzen and Viss. 14:26 remaining, first half, I should say. They get it inside to Lusher. Lusher on the move. His two-pointer, good. Jackson averaging 9.7 points per game for the defenders off the bench. Reestablishes a 5-point lead for Dordt. Right side it goes to Orr. Orr with the basketball. Orr gives it up inside. Little baby hook. It's up and good for Jack Cooper. Cooper with 2. Dordt leads 16-13. Right side, Rankin. Rankin, Lusher. Lusher out front, Beelis. Camden with the basketball. Cam picks it up. Back over to Kopic. Kopic working against Hum. Back left side, Bleeker. Bleeker on the wing. Back to Lusher. Lusher with it. Lusher, nothing there. Might have traveled. Kick out pass back to Rankin. Rankin 3, good. Rankin with 7. He makes the first 3 of the day for the defenders. Doesn't take many of them. Or downhill. Comes back outside to Hum. Hum with the basketball. Hum to Rushoff. Rushoff cut off there. And loses it. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Dordt. It will be. Beg your pardon, that was Ryan Larson who lost it out of bounds. But they say it was touched by the defenders. Reese Kissinger is into the game. Checking out is Ryan Larson. Kissinger, 7.8 points per game. Coming off a 17-point performance against Marty in that overtime win on Thursday night. Bryson down to the baseline, cut off, throws it into the corner. Kopic underneath the basket on the defense. Ball's loose, picked up by the defenders, and Fairclough. Ben Fairclough, the Australian, into the game at the last break for the defenders. Kopic nearly pulls the trigger, instead gives it off to Lusher. Lusher to Highnote. Highnote against Bryson, comes back over to Beelis. Beelis, Kopic. Kopic 3, no good. Tap out, and coming up with it is Highnote. Highnote splits the defense. Back outside. Kopic a 3, good. Bryce Kopic knocks down the triple. He's got 5. And the defenders back up by 9, 22-13 after Midland had it down to 3 at 14-11. Loose basketball and a jump ball called, alternating possession. It'll be Dordt basketball. And coming up limping just a little bit is Jake Orr. Orr putting together pretty solid resume for the Midland Warriors this season. The freshman out of Omaha. Leading scorer for them, 14.6 points per game. Brian Van Haften, coach for the Dordt defenders, says watch this Midland team over the next couple of years. They're relying heavily on some freshmen this season, and best part about those freshmen for Midland is they'll become sophomores. Left side it goes Lusher. Lusher backing his way in. Jackson works his way to the baby hook, and Jackson Lusher with a 2. Jackson Lusher with 4. Dordt leading by 11, 24-13. 8 minutes gone in the period. In the quarter, try that again, the half. Bryson down to the baseline, working against Fairclough. That's not an even fight. It's taken away by Kopic on the pass out front, and Kopic shot no good. There for the rebound, though, is Lusher, and Lusher muscles it up. Jackson Lusher, hard working. He gets the putback off of the missed shot after Bryce Kopic took it hard to the backboard. Lusher followed the play, rebounded it, and muscled it up between 3 Midland players, and now Midland uses another timeout. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products, caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30.
American State Bank is celebrating our 50th anniversary, and we couldn't have made it this far without your support. For us, banking just scratches the surface. We pride ourselves in our commitment to our communities, building meaningful relationships with our customers, and doing our best to have some fun along the way. We're proud to be a locally owned and operated bank, supporting the communities we serve. Thank you for choosing American State Bank. We can't wait to see what the next 50 years have in store.
Back at the DeWitt, where the Dordt defenders have a 26-13 lead after the timeout. Midland with the basketball, working it in. Hook shot in the lane is up and down for Jack Cooper. So Cooper with the 2 as we resume play. So out of the timeout, the Midland Warriors get a 2-point basket from Cooper. Dordt leading 26-15. Cooper worked into a hook shot that time. Throw it Left side, Lusher. Lusher with 6 points to his credit already. Pass goes over to Shannon. Kobe Shannon defending Lusher. Lusher underneath, reverse layup, good. Jackson Lusher with a 2-point bucket. He's got 8. 28-15. Lusher, the South O'Brien product. Pull-up jumper. Rushoff rolls it in. Jake Rushoff with a 2-point bucket, averaging 9.7 points per game. Dordt leads 28-17. So far, not a lot of defense put up by the Midland Warriors. Dordt with the basketball. Lusher with it on the right wing. Hands it off to Kopic. Kopic with it on the right side. Gives it back to Jackson. 10 to shoot. Jackson in traffic into the corner. Kopic too strong, no good. Rebound cleared by Fairclough. Shovels it inside for Belis. Belis layup good. Camden Belis with a 2-point bucket. Credit Fairclough with keeping that ball alive. And now the Dordt defenders with a 30-17 lead. Driving in with the right hand is Hum. Hum stops. Shot no good in the lane. Rebound cleared by the defenders and Kopic. Kopic with the basketball. Kopic stops. Spins. Nothing there. High note. Kicks it out. Kopic now into the right corner. High note with it on the right wing. Feeds it out front to Belis. Belis, left side Fairclough. Goes to Lusher. Lusher with his back to the basket, 15 feet from the hoop. He's going to take it in against Hum. Lusher. Back outside it goes Kopic. Kopic reverse layup. Good. Bryce Kopic with the reverse lay-in at the 9:30 mark. And the Dordt defender lead is 32-17. Fast start for the defenders on offense. Underneath it goes to Shannon, and Shannon dribbles it on the end line out of bounds. Thought he got pushed. No call coming from Nick Nelson, and it will be Dordt basketball. So the defenders will get it back. Dordt leading by 15, 32-17. Now, the defenders in the first meeting of these two teams had a big lead at halftime and then had to hang on. Looked like Midland was going to squeak it out, and the defenders hung on to win it. So don't get too comfortable. 32-17 our score. Now I do believe there's a factor in play, couple of factors in play here. Viss takes it in close, shot no good, and the rebound is controlled by Midland. Midland with the basketball. Stop, pop, 3, good for Rushoff. Midland had to play extra minutes the other night, while Dordt had a bye night. Viss in traffic, and Viss is fouled on the play. Jack Cooper is going to be called for the personal. And Jacob Viss will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. So 2 free throws on the way for the senior from Rock Valley. Jack Cooper, his first personal foul. That is team foul number 3 against the Warriors. Free throw on the way for Viss is up and through. Jake Viss now with 3 points, and another one on the way. Lorenzen back in. Lusher checks out. Dordt crowd appreciative of Lusher's hard-nosed play. Second free throw on the way for Viss, up and down. Got to have some people just willing to do the dirty work, and Lusher is one of those. Not a lot of glamour in it, but he rebounds and defends and gets the job done around the hoop normally. Rushoff with the basketball back over to Maylou. Maylou back to Rushoff. Rushoff 3, no good. But a foul on the rebound. That's going to go against Luke Rankin, and Rankin picks up foul number 1. So Rankin that time gets whistled for a personal foul on the rebound, and he was giving up substantial height to Ryan Larson, just trying to fight him off. Rushoff back out front. Orr goes to Hum. Hum down to the baseline, lost it. Dribbles it out of bounds. It'll be Dordt basketball. High note in the game right now for Kopic. Fairclough still on the floor as well, along with Viss, Rankin, and Lorenzen. For the Warriors, it's Maylou, Orr, Rushoff. Rankin drives in. Hum And I believe Cooper is the other one. Nope, Larson, beg your pardon. Rankin with the basketball, goes out front, Lorenzen. Lorenzen looking for the post entry. They throw it in, and Maylou pushes Viss in the back. Sam Maylou picks up the personal. And Maylou is a veteran of these battles, and I'm guessing he's doing the math in his head, and he thinks I don't have a foul yet. I'm going to let Jake Viss know I'm here, and he did. Commits a personal foul, his first. Fairclaw will check out of the ball game. Bleecker will check back in. Dordt leading 34-20. Just thought of it, I never gave you the women's scores. Shot in the lane, no good by Lorenzen. It hung on the rim but wouldn't fall through. But a foul on the play called on Jake Orr. And it'll be Dordt basketball. Actually came on the shot, so Lorenzen will shoot 2 free throws. 72% free throw shooter. Tell you what, at our next time out, I'm going to keep it here. Unless it's a 60, and we'll go through those women's scores. First free throw up and good for Lorenzen. Another one on the way for Lucas, averaging 13.2 points per game, the freshman from Milford, Iowa. Free throw is up, and the free throw is good. It's 36-20, defenders leading. 7:49 remaining, first half. Dordt by a sweet 16 at the moment. Rushoff with the basketball. He feeds it off. Back over to Maylou. Maylou at the top of the key. Maylou to Larson. Larson puts it on the deck. 15-footer right side rattles out, no good. Rebound taken away by Lorenzen, and Lorenzen is fouled about 75 feet from the other hoop. And Maylou will commit the foul. That's number 2 on Sam. 6'6" senior from Pender, Nebraska. And the Dordt defenders with the basketball and the lead. On the right-hand side is Rankin. Rankin to Viss. Viss with it. And Viss looking inside for Bleecker. And we've got a hold called on Ryan Larson on the cut. And that's going to be number 1 on Larson, but team foul number 7 against Midland. So a hold called on Larson. Cade Bleecker will shoot a 1-and-1. Bleecker, an 85% free throw shooter, looking for his first points of the day. First free throw is up and swish. Another one on the way for Bleecker. Midland has used 2 timeouts already. Wondering if Coach Irwin thinking about a third one here. That one's up and down, and this one bleeding away from the Warriors right now. 38-20, Dordt with an 18-point advantage. Hum with the basketball out front, guarded by Highnote. Hum puts it up, blocked out of bounds by Viss. It'll be Dordt on defense underneath the basket. Throwing the ball in will be the Warriors. Midland inbounding. Maylou throws it into the corner. High arcing 3, missed, no good. A rebound taken away by Lorenzen. Lorenzen to Viss. Viss in transition over the glass. Good. Count the hoop, and he is fouled. The big fella getting out in transition. Kisses it off of the glass. And the Dordt defenders lead it 40-20. Jacob Viss putting together a tremendous senior season. He's going to the free throw line now to shoot for the 3-point play. He's averaging nearly 20 points per game. His numbers are better actually in conference play than in non-conference action. And there we get our answer about a timeout. 40-20, Dordt with the lead, pending a free throw, and Midland will use a timeout. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at Casey'sBakery.com. Let's keep it right here. Women's basketball scores earlier today. Dordt over Midland in a laugher, 90-43. That one was never really close. Jamestown over Hastings, 68-62. Dakota Wesleyan 86-78 winners over Doane. Concordia over Northwestern, 65-55. It's Morningside over Mount Marty in women's play, 84-59. And Briar Cliff was a 73-55 winner over the College of St. Mary Flames. GPAC women's standings as of today. Dordt 13-1. They have the lead on the Briar Cliff Chargers, and they've got the head-to-head on the Chargers as well. So a very good spot for the defenders to be with 8 games remaining. Northwestern is now 9-4. Jamestown is 10-4. So Jamestown actually slides in front of Northwestern. Concordia is 10-5. Dakota Wesleyan 8-5. They've got some game. They've got a couple of games to make up. They've got to play Northwestern. I believe that's at the end of the month. Morningside 8-6, Doane 5-9, Hastings 4-10, Mount Marty 3-12, College of St. Mary 2-12, Midland 1-13. Jake Viss completes the three-point play. So Jacob Viss completes the old-fashioned three-point play. He's got 7, and the defender lead is 41-20. And Bryson promptly throws it away. It'll be Dordt basketball. 41-20, Dordt with a 21-point advantage. Bleeker gets the ball inbounded to Rankin. Rankin with it across the timeline. Rankin stops at the top of the key. Luke with it on the elbow. Back out front, Viss. Right side, Lorenzen. Lorenzen catches it. His three, short, no good. And it bounces on the end line, out of bounds. It'll be Midland basketball. So Lorenzen's three fails to draw iron, and now Midland trailing by 21. They've got to start chipping away. Can't get it all back at once. See if they can get it down to 12 or 13 by halftime. Hum with it. Hum at the free throw line, backing it out. If they don't, could be a difficult second half. Midland with the basketball, Colton Ewing. Shot blocked by Viss and controlled by the defenders. Coming back the other way, Rankin. Rankin with the basketball, fires it underneath for Lusher. Shot no good. There for the rebound is Viss. Viss muscles it up and down. 43-20, defenders by 23. Orr with the basketball, goes right side. They give it over to Rushoff. Rushoff at the top of the key. Rushoff, right side, three, missed it, no good. Rebound Bleeker ahead to Rankin. Rankin with the basketball. Rankin throws it over the top. Viss in traffic. Shot no good, stripped on the way up. And the rebound controlled by Midland. Midland driving in. And now we've got a touch foul called. And this may have something to do with a conversation during the timeout. Coach Irwin not happy that his team had been whistled for 8 fouls already, while the defenders had 1. Now, I will say, and Coach Brian Van Haften now taking his turn saying, hey, my post player got hit underneath the basket on the other end, and you call a touch foul now against Jake, with Jake Orr putting the ball on the hoop, on the floor. Midland has committed 8 turnovers already in this one, and they've been also out-rebounded 14-7. So the foul disparity, not the only disparity in this one. Jake Orr makes 1 of 2. He's got 5, and the defender lead is 43-21. Lorenzen with the basketball. Back it comes Viss. Viss with it. Viss picks up his dribble, comes back over to Lusher. Lusher backing his way in. Lusher to Bleeker. Bleeker three, missed it, no good. Rebound taken away by Orr. Orr with the basketball. Orr driving in, throws himself into Lucas Lorenzen and draws a foul. So Jake Orr whistled for, Lorenzen whistled for his second personal. That's team foul number 3 against the defenders with 5:02 remaining. So 2 free throws coming for Jake Orr. Went 1 for 2 on his last trip. Makes that one. And another free throw on the way for Orr. So Bryce Kopic checks back into the game. 5:02 left to go. First half, Dordt by 21. And now 20. Orr makes both free throws. He's got 7. And the defender lead is 43-23. Left side, Lusher. Lusher to Lorenzen. Lorenzen back to the basket. He's going to work it in against Kissinger. Kick out pass Viss. Viss three, no good. And the rebound is cleared by Orr. Orr with it. Orr driving in. Nothing there. Comes back left side, Kissinger. Kissinger at the top of the key. Goes back over to Rushoff. Rushoff to Orr. Orr back out front to Cooper. Cooper lost it and dribbles it out of bounds. It'll be Dordt basketball. So Jake Viss will inbound the basketball. Warriors have scored the last 3 points to turn a 23-point deficit into a 20-point disadvantage. 4:15 remaining in the half. Bleeker back outside Kopic. Kopic with it on the right-hand side. Stops. His 17-footer. Good. Bryce Kopic with 9. Dordt leads 45-23. With the basketball, Rushoff. Rushoff driving in. Stops 17 feet from the hoop. Gives it up in the corner. Air ball from the right corner. Rebound cleared by Kopic. Kopic with the basketball. Bryce picks it up. Back over to Viss. Viss to Bleeker. Bleeker 3. Good. Cade Bleeker with the 3-point bucket. He's got 5. And the Dordt defender lead is 48-23. 48-23 our score. 25-point difference. With it on the left-hand side is Rushoff. Now to Orr. Orr puts it on the deck against Lorenzen. His short shot, no good. Rebound to Lorenzen. Lucas with the basketball. Lorenzen brings it up the floor, stops on the wing. Comes back right side to Viss. Viss for the basketball. Jacob back over to Kopic. Kopic driving in, puts it up, and they're going to call a charge. Charging foul called on Bryce Kopic.
Offensive foul, Bryce Kopic.
Moments ago, Cade Bleeker knocking down a 3 to give Dordt a 25-point lead. That's their biggest of the ball game thus far. Jacob Viss will check out of the ball game. And Lucas Lorenzen also checking out. On the floor for the defenders, Lusher and Beelis back into the game. 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Throw it back out front to Orr. Orr, right side. New player in for Midland. Back kick out pass, Orr. Orr 3, good. Jake Orr with the 3. Dordt leads 48-26. And Rankin takes it in, blocked from behind by Orr, though stolen back by Bleeker on the outlet pass. So Dordt has the basketball back with 26 seconds on the shot clock. Goes over to Bleeker. Bleeker with it on the wing. Bleeker back over to Beelis. Beelis to Kopic. Kopic 3, short, no good. And the rebound is controlled by Midland. So Mason Strong, Kobe Shannon back in the game for Midland. Shot no good in the lane. Rebound cleared by Bleeker for the defenders. Goes to Rankin. Rankin up the floor. 2 minutes remaining in the half. Rankin back outside it goes Bleeker. His left wing 3, good. Cade Bleeker with a couple of threes. He's got 8 points. And the defender lead is 51-26. Orr, kick out pass. 3, high off the heel, no good. Rebound Kopic. And Bryce Kopic takes it away. Kopic over to Rankin. Rankin up the floor, intended for Beelis, and Camden can't get it. That one was down around his shoe tops. And Jackson Lee will check in for the defenders. Jackson, a senior from Chandler, Arizona. The Dordt defenders on defense. And Orr will throw it in. So Dordt with a 51-26 lead at halftime. 1:35 and counting, first half. Rushoff with it on the right wing. Rushoff driving in. His left-handed layup is good. Rushoff with 7. And the Dordt lead is 51-28. Rankin with the basketball. Rankin still has the dribble alive. Gives it up out front to Beelis. Camden back to Bryce. Bryce, they give it to Beelis. Beelis puts it up in traffic. His shot no good. There for the rebound is Bleeker. Dordt with the basketball back. Rankin. Rankin with it out front. Goes to Cade Bleeker. Bleeker to Beelis. Beelis to Cade. Cade, 2-pointer, good. 10 points for Bleeker in the first half. Dordt leads 53-28. Drop it off inside for Cooper. Cooper working his way in against Beelis, and we've got a foul called against the defenders in Camden Beelis. So Beelis whistled for the personal foul. That's foul number 1 on him. And since that timeout, where Midland got a little testy about the foul situation, there has not been a foul called on the Warriors. Midland with the basketball. Throw it. That was Shannon. Jumper in the lane. Missed, no good. Rebound taken away by Beelis. Beelis with the basketball. Gives it up Rankin. Shot clock and game clock. 2-second difference. 22 seconds on the shot clock right now. Kopic with it. So in effect, Dordt trying to hold for the final shot of the period here. 53-28, Dordt with the basketball. And Bryce Kopic setting the offense. Now hands it back over to Rankin. 8 to shoot. 7. Rankin puts it on the deck. Loses it. Picks it up. Gives it to Beelis. Back to Rankin outside Kopic. Kopic 3 at the horn. And they're going to wave it off. Should be about 1.8 seconds left to go in the half. They're going to put 2 seconds up on the board. Ben Fairclaw is going to check into the game. So wave off the 3 by Kopic that finds the bottom of the net. Of course it did. And it will be Midland inbounding. Jake Orr will throw it in with 2 seconds remaining. They'll try to get a running start at it. Across the timeline, floater at the horn, no good. And we are at halftime. Dordt leads 53-28 over the Midland Warriors at half of this Great Plains Athletic Conference men's basketball game. Let's take a 1-minute timeout, and we'll be back with a recap of the first half and the dance team performance right after this 1-minute timeout.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University and sponsored by Sioux Center Health Therapy, partnering with Dordt University to provide quality care to all athletes. Sioux Center Health Therapy. And today's live stream broadcast brought to you by Verhoof Automotive. Verhoof Automotive in Sioux Center is your local Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, and Buick dealer. Verhoof Automotive, worth the drive from anywhere.
Hi, I'm Brian Van Haften, head coach of the men's basketball team at Dordt University. Thank you for watching the Dordt Media Network, produced by the students on campus at Dordt University. Go Defenders!
Media Network as well. The Dordt Defenders, 21 of 36 from the floor. 4 of 12 on threes. 7 of 7 from the free throw line for 58, 33, and 100% respectively. For the Midland Warriors, 11 of 27 from the floor, 41%. 3 for 8 from the three-point line, 38%. 3 for 4 from the free throw line, 75%. The Dordt Defenders own a 20-11 rebounding edge, and they have forced 10 turnovers, while Midland has forced Dordt into 4 turnovers in the first half of play. Unofficially, the Defenders led by Cade Bleeker's 10 points. Midland Warriors topped by Jake Orr with 10 points in the first half of this contest. We'll hold off with the individual scoring. We'll take another break in just a moment, and then we'll be back with highlights and all the individual numbers on our halftime show. Dordt leading Midland 53-28. Let's take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with all the numbers from the first half of play in 2 minutes.
Hello, Dordt University sports fans. Hope you're enjoying the game, whether you're a family or friend of a player or coach, or a fan of the university. Now, these players and coaches have put in hours and hours of practice, and it shows. But there's one more thing that every coach makes sure the team has: a game plan. And if these players and coaches are willing to put this much effort into a game, how much more important is a game plan for your financial life? Now, the financial world continually becomes more complicated, and we keep ourselves plenty busy. And even if we have precious free time, most of us don't want to spend it wrangling over financial decisions, reading financial journals, or studying the latest tax legislation. But if you don't have either the time or the desire to spend hours upon hours learning and keeping up with the changing rules of the game in the financial world, and then figuring out how that applies specifically to your financial life, you don't have to do it alone. For over 40 years, Money Concepts, the planning firm here in Sioux Center, has been helping households to build their financial game plan upon all the things in life more important than finances. Because there's things in life more important than money, and none of them are things. I'm Tom DeYoung, financial planner and president of Money Concepts, the planning firm. Check us out on the web or social media, or schedule an intro meeting to see how a financial game plan might benefit you. We'll help you build your finances on all the things in life more important than finances, while being a good steward of the resources God has entrusted to your care. And check out our Money Concepts Radio podcast at moneyconceptsradio.com or on your favorite podcast app, where we dive into the relevant financial planning topics to bring clarity to the often confusing, ever-changing rules of the game in the financial world. Enjoy the rest of the game, and remember to spend your most valuable resources, your time and your attention, on the things in life that matter more than money. And go Defenders!
Dordt with a 25-point advantage in this one. Let's go ahead and run the highlights that we have on the Dordt Media Network while we take a look at some of the numbers for the Dordt Defenders. Dordt's early in this one, taking advantage of some miscues by the Warriors. And Luke Rankin with a steal and an assist there to Lucas Lorenzen, one of Lorenzen's 3 first-half field goals. Midland hit 3 3-pointers, but Dordt was equal to the task with 4 threes. There you see a reverse layup by Bryce Kopic. Kopic with 9 points in the first half of this one. Jake Rushoff averaging 10 points per ball game, 9.7 to be exact. He's got 7 first half points for the Midland Warriors. Here are your individual totals for the Dordt Defenders. They are led by Cade Bleeker, 3 of 5 from the floor, 2 for 4 on threes, and 2 for 2 from the free throw line for 10 points. 9 points for Bryce Kopic, 9 for Jacob Viss, 8 for Lucas Lorenzen, 7 for Luke Rankin. 8 points for Jackson Lusher off of the bench in 11 minutes of play. He was 4 of 6, and Camden Belis with 2. For the Midland Warriors, Jake Orr with 10, Jake Rushoff with 7. Orr 3 of 6 from the floor, and he hit a 3 as well. And he was 3 for 4 from the free throw line. Manny Bryson with 2 points, 7 for Jake Rushoff, 2 for Sam Maylou, 3 for Dominic Hum, 4 for Jack Cooper for their total of 28. Dordt with a 20-11 rebounding edge. The Defenders led by Bryce Kopic, Cade Bleeker, and Lucas Lorenzen with 4 rebounds each. 3 rebounds for Jackson Lusher, 2 of them offensive. For the Midland Warriors, 3 rebounds for Ryan Larson, 2 for Jake Orr. Also for the Dordt Defenders, Luke Rankin with 3 assists and 1 steal. Jackson Lusher with a pair of assists. 53-28 our score. We're at halftime. Let's take another break, and we'll be back with the rundown of the scores from the conference. We've got some finals on the men's side, and all of the women's games are complete as well. Let's take a 2-minute break. Back with more after this.
Today's broadcast is sponsored by Northside Body Shop. When you expect the very best in the repair of your vehicle, call Northside Body Shop Limited today, serving the Sioux Center area since 1955. 712-722-2313.
At Premier Communications, we're all about connection, connecting you to all the entertainment, work, and family you love with our phone, internet, cable TV, and tech support services. And now, that connection has gotten even faster with internet speeds up to 1 gig. Experience the next level of connection with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call toll-free 800-741-8351. Premier Communications, looking ahead.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
And brought to you by Pizza Ranch, buffet, carry out, or delivery.
And brought to you by Furniture Mart. Find furniture, mattresses, flooring, paint, window treatments at your local Furniture Mart, family owned and located downtown Sioux Center.
(53-28), Dordt leading at halftime. Other scores in men's play. Jamestown has beaten Hastings 71-57. So the Jimmies are now 9-3. Hastings slides to 6-6. Dakota Wesleyan was up on Doane 74-64 near the end of that contest. Double check if that's gone final. It hasn't, but it's as good as over. Dakota Wesleyan is going to beat Doane. It's currently 80-69 with less than 20 seconds to go. So that means Dakota Wesleyan gets a split on the road, and Doane falls to 5-8. Northwestern leads Concordia at halftime, 43-23. Morningside leads Mount Marty, 42-21. And I think that's everything. Women's side, Dordt defeated Midland earlier today, 90-43. Jamestown a winner over Hastings, 68-62. Dakota Wesleyan 86-78 over Doane. These are all women's scores. Concordia over Northwestern, 65-55. Morningside over Mount Marty, 84-59. And Briarcliff leads the College of St. Mary's, 73-55. Coming up this week in terms of Dordt athletics, Wednesday night, Dordt basketball on the road to the Corn Palace in Mitchell, South Dakota for a pair starting at 6 o'clock. Women's game to lead things off, men's game to follow at about 7:45 or so, we hope. My experience has been things don't run on time at the Corn Palace, though. Thursday, Dordt volleyball, the men's volleyball team at home taking on, they'll play at 7 o'clock. And they play Saturday afternoon of this week as well, 1 week from today at 3 o'clock, facing Central Christian and Kansas Wesleyan this weekend. Dordt track and field teams will be at Mount Marty this coming weekend. And then things get really dicey as we throw hockey back into the mix after a little bit of a layoff. They'll be playing 2 weeks from today to wrap up their regular season. And 3 weeks from this weekend, we throw softball into the hopper along with baseball. And lots of action coming up in terms of Dordt athletics over the next 3 months. Dordt leads 53-28. Let's take one more break, and we'll be back with the second half of action. Right after this, you're listening to Dordt Basketball on KIHK, Rock Valley Sioux Center, and watching the Dordt Media Network. Back with more in 2 minutes.
We understand how complex the financial landscape can be to navigate. Our goal is to free up your hands so that you can focus on what is most important in life.
Here we live between big city and small town, but we don't do anything halfway. We play in a community that's safe for families while providing our kids big city opportunities. We work in a place proud of its rural history that's already writing its future in science and technology. This is a place where we love our neighbors and where a small town is more like a big family. Sioux Center, live life in the middle of everything.
Midland basketball as we start the second half of play. So the defenders will play defense. Out front, Rushoff. Rushoff feeds it to Larson. Larson to Maylou. Maylou against Viss. And Maylou's shot no good. Gets his own rebound back. Hook shot in the lane good by Sam Maylou. He's got 4, and the Dordt lead is 53-30. With the basketball out front is Rankin. Rankin with the ball. Rankin picks up his dribble, goes over to Viss. Viss gives it up Kopic. Kopic in traffic, nothing there. Stops at the 10-foot mark. Goes right side back to Lorenzen. Lorenzen, they bring a double team. And Lorenzen has it tapped away out of bounds by Manny Bryson. It'll be Dordt basketball. 9 seconds left to go on the shot clock. 19:22 on the game clock. Throwing the ball in will be Luke Rankin, deep right corner. Out near the three-point circle on the baseline. They throw it in over the top. Kopic, 9 to shoot, now 8. Back it goes Viss. Viss, 3, top of the key, in and out, no good. We've become so accustomed to him knocking those down that it seems odd when he misses them. Into the lane is Orr. Orr cut off. Orr, back outside it goes Rushoff. 3, no good. And the rebound cleared by Viss. Viss to Rankin. Rankin into the front court. Rankin with the basketball. High post, Bleeker, now Rankin. Rankin throws it into the corner. Lorenzen, 3, good. Lucas Lorenzen with 10, and the Dordt lead is 56-30. 56-30 our score. Rushoff with it on the wing. Rushoff back over to Bryson. Bryson will put it on the floor. Now Orr. Orr on the right side, stops. Back to Bryson. Bryson, a rare three-point attempt, misses, no good. And the rebound taken away by the defenders. Rankin over the top for Lorenzen. Lorenzen off of the glass, good. The assist to Rankin, the bucket to Lorenzen, and the defenders lead at 58-30. 18:15 remaining in the game. Right side it goes to Orr. Orr against Lorenzen, puts it up, rolls it in. Jake Orr with a dozen. Dordt leads 58-32. Lorenzen in transition, and Lorenzen is fouled on the play by Maylou. And Sam Maylou that time saw that. He was beaten on the play and took a pretty hard whack at Lorenzen's right arm. And they wondered why they had 8 fouls on the board in the first half. Lucas Lorenzen to the free throw line. He will shoot 2 free throws, the freshman from Milford. First one on the way for Lorenzen is up and good. It was a pretty hard chop on Lorenzen's right arm by Maylou. 13 now for Lorenzen. 59-32 our score. Second one up and down as well, 60-32. So Lorenzen with 7 second half points already, 15 for the ball game. Dordt leading 60-32. Bounce pass down low to Maylou. Maylou with it, squares up, gives it away Larson. His shot no good. Rebound cleared by Bleeker off of the missed basket. Right side it goes Kopic. Kopic to Viss. Viss with it, back to Rankin. Rankin, right side Kopic, ball fake into the lane, finishes with the right hand. Bryce Kopic with 11. Dordt leads 62-32. 17:25 left to play in the game. Maylou with it on the right elbow. Maylou picks up his dribble, Now to Orr. Orr with it beyond the three-point line. Puts it on the deck. Bryson. Bryson to Larson. Larson puts it up. Jumper rolls it in. Ryan Larson with a 2-point bucket at 62-34. And a foul in the backcourt called on Manny Bryson, his second. Team foul number 2 on the Warriors. So Bleeker will throw the ball in. Bleeker gets it to Rankin. Rankin up the floor. Got around Bryson. Now back to Viss. Viss, count the hoop, and Malu's going to pick up his fourth. Jake Viss will go to the free throw line for the three-point play. He's got 11 points. And the Dordt defenders lead by 30, 64-34. Well, if you're going to apply pressure in the backcourt on Rankin, you got to keep him in front of you. He ran through 2 Midland players like they were standing still and create basically a fast break opportunities out of a half-court set. Foul number 4 against Malu. Jake Viss to the free throw line. He'll shoot for the three-point play. Missed it. No good. So Jacob Viss with 11. Dordt leads 64-34. Into the front court with the basketball. And we've got a foul called on Rankin before the shot on the wing. Rankin whistled for foul number 2. So foul number 2 on Rankin. Midland will inbound the basketball. Jake Rushoff to throw it in. Rushoff gets it in. Larson 3, good. Larson with 5, and the Dordt lead is 64-37. Back the other way, and Kopic is held on the play, trying to go up for the layup. And this Midland team is not getting back on defense. Bryce Kopic will go to the free throw line and shoot 2. Larson whistled for his third personal. Kopic, a 79% free throw shooter, will shoot 2. 64-37, Dordt leading. First free throw up and good for Kopic. He's got a dozen. Bryson will check out of the ball game. Hum will check in. Dordt trying to extend the lead. It's 65-37 with a free throw on the way. And this one's up short, no good. Rebound tapped and controlled by Orr. So Dordt by 28, 16-37 and counting. Ball game. Left side pass, Orr from the wing, missed it, no good. Rebound, tapped and controlled by Rankin. Rankin to Lorenzen. Lorenzen layup good. Lucas Lorenzen with a 2-point bucket. He's got 9 in the second half. Dordt leads 67-37. Shot is up, no good. Rebound cleared by Viss. Viss gets it over to Rankin. Rankin with the basketball. Rankin with it, still has the dribble, hesitates, pocket pass, Viss layup good. 13 for Viss, Dordt leads 69-37. So Dordt blowing this one open, ball tapped by Kopic, out of bounds, it'll be Midland basketball. Dakota Wesleyan beat Doane 80-69 earlier. And doesn't look like any of the other games are close at this point. The defenders right now with a 25-15 rebounding edge. Three-pointer, no good by Cooper. Rebound cleared by the defenders. Back to Lorenzen. Lorenzen with the basketball. Lorenzen to Viss. Viss with it on the wing. Viss to Kopic. Kopic dribbles in, stops, tries to feed it to Viss, and it's taken back by Midland. Midland with the basketball. Orr. Elbow jumper is no good. Rebound cleared by Bleeker. Bleeker ahead of the pack. Well, Rankin trying to find Lorenzen on the touchdown pass. Instead, it's taken back by Orr now. Orr gives it up to Kissinger. Kissinger, they throw it down low for Cooper. Cooper with the basketball, working his way in against Viss, and a little hook shot is good for Jack Cooper. Cooper with 6, 69-39. Dordt with the basketball. Lorenzen underneath for Viss. Viss, layup good. Another 2 for Viss. He's got 15, 71-39. The defenders leading by 32. Left side pass, Orr down to the baseline. And a foul called against Lucas Lorenzen on the drive. Baseline drive by Orr. Lorenzen trying to get in front of him. Foul called. And Orr will go to the free throw line. He'll shoot 2. He's got a dozen. So 71-39 our score. First free throw up and good for Orr. Another one on the way. So another free throw coming here for Orr. And that one's up and good. So Orr makes them both. It's got 14. And the defender lead is 71-41. 14-39 and counting, ball game. Rankin with the basketball, back over to Lorenzen. Lorenzen gives it up to Belis. Now Rankin, curl cut. Bleeker fading away from 15, good. Cade Bleeker with a dozen. Dordt leading 73-43. Into the lane, nothing there. Back to Cooper. Cooper against Belis, nothing there. Hum, shot high off the glass, no good. Rebound, Belis. Belis with the basketball, and I believe there's a new player in for Midland that I misidentified earlier. Cade Bleeker with another three. He's got 15. And the defender lead is 76-41. 76-41 our score. Midland with the basketball. Orr drives baseline. Missed it. Shot no good. Rebound Lusher. Gets it away to Rankin. Rankin with the basketball. Rankin drops it off for Cade. Cade shot no good, but he's fouled on the play. And Cade will go to the free throw line to shoot two more. On the floor for Midland right now, Noah Sandboth. He's the post player. He's 6'6" and from Council Bluffs. So two free throws coming for Bleeker as he was fouled in the act of shooting. First free throw up and good. He's got another one on the way. 16 for Bleeker. So 77-41, and this one has gotten out of hand for the Warriors. And I think we're seeing the effects of them playing those 5 extra minutes against Mount Marty on Thursday and Dordt having the bye date. First free throw good for Bleeker. Second free throw good for Bleeker. He's got 17. And the defender lead is 78-41. Midland basketball. Kick out pass. It's Mason Strong. Left side it goes, back over to Kissinger. Shot no good. Rebound taken away by Lorenzen. Midland not getting back on defense. Lorenzen, though, will trot it into the front court now. Goes back left side. Lusher. Lusher to Bleeker. Bleeker with the basketball. Comes back to Lorenzen. Lorenzen with the basketball at the free throw line. Snaps it to Highnote. 12 to shoot for the defenders. Back to Lorenzen. 3 from the wing is no good. Rebound cleared by Midland, and the Warriors come back the other way with it. Warriors have the basketball. Driving in is Rushoff. Throw it into the corner. Shot no good. Weak side rebound, though, cleared by the Warriors and Sandboth. And a 3 by Mason Strong. So Mason Strong with a 3-point bucket. Belis to Lusher, posting up. Lusher into the lane. Kick out pass, Highnote. Highnote sets up his 3. Off the mark, no good. 78-44, Dordt with a lead. Strong comes back out front. Rushoff driving in. Drops it off. Sandboth, shot no good. And the rebound is cleared by Lusher. Lusher with the basketball. Jackson back to Cade. Cade from the wing, and Cade's got it going right now. 4 threes for Bleeker. He's got 20, and the defender lead is 81-44. 11:45 left to go in the game. Dordt with the lead. Been a long day for the Warriors, both in women's and men's basketball. Sandboth against Belis. Throws it back out front, Strong. Gives it up left side to Kissinger. Kissinger back to Strong. Strong 3, no good. Rebound cleared by Lorenzen. Lorenzen with the basketball. Lucas up the floor. Blow by move. Shot no good. Unable to finish it. 2 players in his way and left it just short. Comes back right side. 3-pointer left wing. Missed it. No good. And Midland not shooting well here in the second half. We have a timeout on the floor. This will be a full-length timeout charged to the Midland Warriors. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 1 minute.
Here we live between big city and small town, but we don't do anything halfway. We play in a community that's safe for families while providing our kids big city opportunities. We work in a place proud of its rural history that's already writing its future in science and technology. This is a place where we love our neighbors and where a small town is more like a big family. Sioux Center, live life in the middle of everything.
Back at the DeWitt Gym, Midland has just used their 4th timeout, trailing 81-44. Trey Highnote takes it across the timeline. 10:57 left to go in the game. Underneath it goes to Kopic. Kopic muscles it up, wills that one through. Bryce Kopic. I've got him with 14. Looks like I'm in agreement with our stat keeper today. Left side pass. Driving into the lane, cut off. With the basketball that time was Nick Dolezal. Dolezal with it on the wing, comes back over to Hum. Hum three, in and out, no good. And the Dordt defenders with the basketball. So Dordt with the basketball, dribbling right side with it is Highnote. Comes back out front to Beelis. Beelis with it. Beelis back to Kopic, shakes right, goes left. Kick out pass, Ben Fairclough. Fairclough three, in and out, no good. And the ball goes out of bounds, last touched by Dordt. It'll be Midland basketball. So Midland with the basketball back. Midland here in the second half. 6 for 22 from the field. Warriors have it, and a reach-in foul called on Trey Highnote on the left wing. So Trey whistled for the personal. It's foul number 3 on the defenders in this half. The defenders with 4 players in double figures. Camden Beelis checks out of the ball game. 9:59 left to go in the game. Jake Viss checks back in. Throwing the ball in will be Kobe Shannon. Shannon gives it off right side to Strong. Strong back to Shannon. Shannon. And baseline move up and through for Sandboth. Sandbothy with the 2-point bucket, his first of the day. Dordt leading 83-46. Kopic with it. Kopic goes to Lusher. Lusher inside to Viss. And Viss is pushed from behind on the play by Sandboth. 9:30 left to go in the game. Dordt leading 83-46. The defenders converting 62% of their field goals so far today. Got a 34-20 rebounding edge as well. And the Warriors have committed 10 turnovers to Dordt's 6. Lusher into the corner, gives it up to Lee. Jackson, right side back to Highnote. Highnote with it on the right wing. Hesitates, cut off, back into the corner. Fairclough back to Highnote, 2 to shoot. And Highnote shot no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Dordt. It'll be Midland basketball. So Midland will get it back, trailing 83-46. The first 10 minutes of the second half really establishing that Midland wasn't going to be able to put together a significant run. And now the clock working against them, 83-46. Tripping and falling is Sandbothy. Shot in the lane, missed it, no good. Beg your pardon, that was Kissinger that slipped and fell. Fairclough, nope. Lusher keeps it. Lusher into the lane, kick out past Lee. Highnote. Highnote Goes to Viss. Viss looking for the backdoor cut for Fairclaw. Jacob, right side lead, 10 to shoot. Heinold will let it go. His three is good. Trey Heinold with the three, 86-46. Dordt leading. 8:15 and counting. And a reach and a hold called against Jackson Lusher. So Lusher whistled for the personal foul. And it looks like Northwestern's going to hold on with Concordia as well. I wondered if the Bulldogs would make a little run. It appears they aren't able to. They're trailing by 23 in the second half. Kick out pass, three on the way is good for the Warriors. And Kissinger with his first basket. Mentioned earlier that he had a 17-point game against Mount Marty on Thursday. Left side pass goes over to Shannon. Shannon with it in the lane. Shannon underneath, and his shot is good. So Dordt leading 86-51. Belis to Fairclaw. Fairclaw in the lane. Feenstra. Feenstra over the glass, good. Dawson Feenstra, the junior from Hull, with a 2-point bucket. Dordt leads 88-51. Shannon will put up a three, left it short, no good. Rebound Belis, and right now it doesn't look like Midland. Not a lot of fight left in them at this point. Left side pass, it comes back out front. Belis with the basketball in between the circles. Fairclaw into the corner. Heinold with it in the wing. Heinold has it poked away by Shannon. By Strong. Left side pass, three on the way, missed, no good. Feenstra comes away with it. Dawson over to Jackson Lee. Jackson Lee into the front court. Lee to Heinold. Heinold with the ball, left side, Feenstra. Feenstra puts it on the deck. Feenstra into the lane. Dawson with another right hand over the left shoulder shot. He's got four, and the defenders lead 90-51. 90-51, Kobe Shannon with it on the right-hand side. Shannon gets the return pass, shot blocked by Belis, rebound defenders. Now ball outlet pass taken back by Strong. Strong layup good, count the hoop, and he is fouled. So a three-point play opportunity coming here for Strong. Dordt leading 90-43. The defenders, as I mentioned, this Midland team, I thought dangerous coming in. They played a lot of teams close, but I think the short turnaround combined with a road trip, a little bit too much for them today. And the free throws up and through for Mason Strong. So a three-point play for Strong. He's got 6. And the Dordt defenders will use a timeout. Timeout charged to Dordt with 6:01 left to go in the contest. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30.
This Dordt Media Network student-produced live stream broadcast is brought to you by Joyner and Zwart Dentistry in Orange City, offering dentures, implants, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere.
And brought to you by Pizza Ranch, buffet, carry out, or delivery.
A 36-point lead, and I thought obviously Dordt would be a favorite today, coming in with a better record and all of that good stuff, but I did not anticipate this wide of a margin. I don't know that you ever can. Hogsma with it. Hogsma to Vanessen. Vanessen to Fairclaw, back to Feenstra. Feenstra with it in the lane. Feenstra puts it up, and he is fouled on the play. And Dawson will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Colton Ewing called for the personal foul. And Feenstra will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. On the floor for the defender, Shane Hogsma. He's a junior. Shane is from Gilbert, Arizona. Also on the floor for the defenders, Ty Van Essen. He's a new face. He is a freshman from Sheldon. 91-54. Defenders had their JV games on Thursday called off, so a few of these players have been playing significant minutes on the junior varsity. Now Dordt with a 92-54 lead. Three-pointer on the way from the corner. Rainbow is up and through for Ewing. So Ewing with the three. It's 92-57. 5:20 and counting. Backdoor cut intended for Hogsma. Hogsma unable to reel it in as Van Essen snapped that one underneath to him. And now the Midland Warriors will bring the basketball into the front court. Midland has it on the left-hand side. Strong. Strong picks it up, gets it away to Shannon. Shannon shot blocked, and the rebound taken away by Van Essen. Comes over to Lee. Lee, Hogsma. Hogsma, Fairclaw. Fairclaw long two, missed it, no good. And the rebound is controlled by Midland. Midland with a basketball. Midland with the ball. They go right side over to Kobe Shannon. Shannon to Mason Strong. Mason Strong to Ewing. Ewing with the basketball in between the circles. He's got it on the left wing now as he stops. Gets it underneath, and we've got a push called on Feenstra. Dawson whistled for his second, I believe. 4:34 left to go in the game. Well, it's going to be a challenging week next week for the defenders going on the road, facing Dakota Wesleyan Wednesday night and Hastings on Saturday. Two very capable teams, two very fine teams, and on the road, that will present its own set of challenges. Fairclaw checks out of the ball game. Ben Loverud checks in. Loverud, a sophomore from the Des Moines area. Des Moines Christian. Free throw no good. It's 92-57. A long pass into the front court to Lee. Lee to Van Essen. Van Essen with it on the right side. Goes back over to Hogsma. Hogsma spins it back over to Ty. Ty three off the mark, no good. Rebound tapped out by Loverud. Out of bounds, last touch by the defenders. It'll be Midland basketball. So Midland has the basketball, trailing 92-57. And we've got a hold called on the defenders. I believe Ty Van Essen's going to be called for a hold. And Ty Van Essen called for his first personal. Cooper will shoot the bonus. 92-57. Free throw, 1-1 is up and good. Thought we had a couple of players leaning in a little too early. Thought maybe we would make Cooper shoot the free throw again. They do not. Another one on the way. Back into the 1-1. 92-58. This one's going to be short, no good. Rebound cleared by Lee. 92-58. Hogsma with it at half court. Hogsma puts it on the deck. Still has the dribble. Now goes back over to Lee. Lee to Van Essen. Van Essen with the basketball. Feenstra. Feenstra with it on the wing. Goes underneath Van Essen, back to the basket. Van Essen rifles it back over to Loverud. Loverud with a two-point bucket, good. Van Essen with the assist. 94-58, Dordt with a lead. Midland with the basketball, calling for a clear out as Mason Strong against Hogsma. Now he's going to look for the post-entry pass. Tosses it in to Jack Cooper. Cooper working against Van Essen. Cooper, hook shot in the lane, no good. Rebound cleared by Van Essen. Van Essen back over to Hogsma. Hogsma, swing pass over the top. Long pass to Loverud. Back to Feenstra, and Feenstra buries a three. Dawson Feenstra with 9 points. Dordt leading 97-58. Midland basketball, 3 minutes remaining. Offside pass, the three, missed, no good. Rebound controlled by Lee. Jackson with the basketball. Jackson to Loverud. Loverud Ball fake, drives into the lane. Another one for Feenstra. Good. Dawson Feenstra with another 2. He's got 11, so they give him just 2 on that one. Toes must have been on the line, answering back a 3 for Ewing. So the Dordt defenders leading 99-61. Van Essen, left side, Hogsma. Hogsma, let's see if they find Feenstra. They try to. Ball goes out of bounds, last touched by Midland as they tap it away. And the Dordt defenders are going to send some new players into the game. Checking in, Xavier Van Beek. Xavier Van Beek is in. Caden McLaughlin, a freshman from Stanwood, Washington, is in. And we've got Tyson Bohr, a 6'3 sophomore from Hall, in the game. And Tyler Prince, 6'2 freshman and sophomore from Sioux Falls, in the contest. His shot in the lane, no good. It's been a long road back for Prince. Dealing with a couple of injuries, and good to see him out on the floor. I believe this is his first action this season. 99-61, Dordt with the lead. A foul called on McLaughlin. McLaughlin, his first personal. So Sandbothi will shoot 2. Free throw is up and no good, actually shooting a 1-and-1. Ball's deflected out of bounds, last touch by Midland. It'll be Dordt basketball, 99-61. Dordt with a 38-point lead. Bringing the basketball up will be Xavier Van Beek. Van Beek across the timeline. Van Beek picks up his dribble, throws it for Bohr, and it's taken away. A steal. And a slam dunk for the Warriors. That cuts it down to a 36-point game. Van Beek, right side. Cutter, Bohr unable to finish. Too hard off of the glass. Rebound cleared by Midland. Midland with the basketball. 3 on the way. Missed it, no good. Rebound controlled, and a short shot, no good. Rebound tapped out, controlled by Midland. Another 3 on the way. This one, no good. Now, Chaos saved in. Controlled by Kobe Shannon. Shannon with it on the wing. Throw it down low. Loose basketball. And stepping on the end line out of bounds is Midland's Noah Sandbothi. 99-63, Dordt with a 36-point lead. And you just want those last few seconds to go off the clock without incident. They give it to Bohr. Bohr the trailer, and Tyson Bohr with a 2-point bucket. Dordt ahead now, 101-63. Left side pass. Kicking into the corner. 3 missed, no good. Rebound controlled by the Warriors. And shot in the lane, no good, but free throws on the way for Midland's Nick Dolezal. Dolezal to shoot 2. Coming up next for the Midland Warriors, they are hosting Briar Cliff on Wednesday night. First free throw, no good. Another one on the way for Dolezal. 101-63 our score. Second free throw is off the mark, no good. Rebound cleared by Bohr, and we've got a reach-in foul called on Colton Ewing. And we'll walk the other way with Bohr shooting a 1-and-1. So Tyson Bohr with a field goal to his credit already tonight. He'll go to the free throw line. Free throw is up. Free throw. (101-63). Dordt with a lead after Bohr misses the front end of the 1-and-1. And so 2 free throws now, the double bonus for the Warriors. First one off the mark, no good. Another one on the way. This one's up and good. So 101-64, Dordt with a lead. 8-second difference, shot clock and game clock. Prinz with the basketball. Prinz gives it to Van Beek, and Van Beek is held on the play by Mason Strong. Strong whistled for the personal. And free throws now coming for Xavier Van Beek. Van Beek, a 1-and-1. So Van Beek, first one on the 1-and-1, makes it. He's got another one coming. 102-64. And a second free throw coming for the sophomore from Sioux Falls. That one's up and rattles out, no good. 102-64. Midland will bring the ball into the front court. 20 seconds left to play in the game. Ball taken away. Loverud with the steal, and Loverud will back it off and dribble it out. And the Dordt defenders will not shoot, and that's how this one will end. 102-64. Dordt improves to 16-4. Midland falls to 8-13. Dordt now 8-4 in league play, while the Midland Warriors slip to 2-11. Let's take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with the Wireless World postgame show right after this 2-minute timeout. The Dordt defenders pulling away from Midland and winning by a final of 102-64. And this one got out of hand pretty early. Dordt was up 30-17 at about the midpoint of the first half and led 53-28 at halftime. And given the history where Midland had a big second half in the first meeting of these two teams in Fremont, I'm thinking, okay, the second half, hard telling how this one's going to shake out, and not over by any means. And the Dordt defender men quickly slamming the door, turned it into a 30-point ball game at 67-37, and it was never close after that. The Dordt defenders coming away with a victory. Let's take a look at those highlights on the Dordt Media Network as well as we await Coach Brian Van Haften and the athlete of his choice for the post-game interview. In the second half, Lucas Lorenzen, I believe he scored the first 7 points of the second half for the defenders. There you see one of the second half field goals for the Midland Warriors. Midland in the second half, 13 of 39, so they shot slightly better in terms of number of made field goals, but the last 9 minutes or so, this one really played with reserves on the floor for both teams, so not sure what you can take away from any of the numbers really in this one. The Midland Warriors drop a 102-64 decision. Dordt today, 39 of 64 shooting, 61%, 9 for 23 on threes, 39%, 15 of 19 from the free throw line, 79%. For the Midland Warriors, 24 of 66 shooting, 37%, 8 of 27 from the arc, 30%, 8 for 16 on free throws, 50%. Dordt a 44-31 rebounding advantage. Dordt forced 13 turnovers and committed 11. Individually for the defenders today, they were led by Cade Bleeker, who is going to take a seat beside me, and we'll talk with him shortly. Lucas Lorenzen with 17, Jacob Viss with 15, and Bryce Kopic closes with 14. 11 points for Dawson Feenstra tonight, 8 for Jackson Lusher, 3 for Trey Hinote, 2 for Ben Loverud, 1 for Xavier Van Beek, 2 for Camden Belis, 2 for Tyson Bohr, and 7 for Luke Rankin. Rankin also had 9 assists in this one. When you shoot 61% from the floor and you're able to find the open shooters, you're going to get some assists. Jake Orr finishes with 14 for the Warriors tonight, 7 for Jake Rushoff, and 6 each for Mason Strong and Colton Ewing, 5 for Nick Dolezal, 7 for Jack Cooper, and 7 for Jake Rushoff, 2 for Manny Bryson, 5 for Ryan Larson. Nothing else really jumps out at me. Jacob Viss, 7 rebounds. Cade Bleeker and Lucas Lorenzen with 6 rebounds each, 5 for Jackson Lusher. And assists, I told you about Luke Rankin with his 9 already. And Ben Loverud and Jackson Lusher with 3 assists each. Cade Bleeker has taken a seat beside me, and am I going to hold you up? Do you want to get over to the Sioux Center High School and watch your sister play, or are you going to just mail that one in today?
We'll have to check the score, see what it looks like over there, and see if we'll head over there.
Right now, Sioux Center is ahead in that one at halftime, 46-19.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so your sister might like to talk to you after this one.
Yeah, she might want to do that.
Yeah. Hey, Midland, first time we played this team, you got out on them a big first half, had to hang on and win it in the second half. Very close ball game. It seemed like pretty focused group coming out at the second half of this one, and probably learned some lessons in that Fremont game earlier this season.
Yeah, for sure. Like you said, we got out big up there, and then we kind of just let off the gas in the second half. Didn't come out super with a lot of energy, and we knew we had to do it this time. Same thing. Got up big, and then we put them away this time.
You end up 4 of 6 from the three-point line. What's it like when you get it going?
It feels really good. Every time it comes off your hand, you feel like it's going in. Yeah, it was good to struggle a little bit from behind the line lately, but it was good to see it go in the basket today.
Well, you can't make it if you don't shoot it, right?
Yep, that's what the coaches always say. Just keep letting it go, and they'll go down eventually.
Well, you've shot thousands and thousands of them, and I would imagine that you know when your shot is a little off. Do you do some extra shooting when things aren't feeling quite right, or do you stick to a plan? What do you do in terms of shooting?
I just get back to the basics, work on my foundation, just get some more shots up, just really stick to the basics, and they'll all start going in. Just keep doing repetitions.
Your mom ever come and rebound for you anymore?
No, not anymore. She's too busy now.
What we're sitting at 16-4 now, 8-4 in the conference. Big games coming up this week. Dakota Wesleyan and Hastings both on the road. Those are going to be a couple of challenging ones, but boy, you win. If you can come away and play well, you've got a chance to win both of those games.
Yeah, we'll just take the first one at Dakota Westland. We'll do one at a time, get that one first, and then we'll keep moving on from there. Yeah, we like where we're sitting right now. We're in control of our own destiny, so we'll just take one game at a time from here.
Cade, senior year, how's it going?
Good so far. I'm really enjoying the last ride. Couldn't be happier where I'm at. It's been a lot of fun, and I can't wait to keep having some more fun.
I will let you go, see if you want to hustle over to the Sioux Center High School, but congratulations. Nice performance tonight, 20 points. Good to see you knock down some shots.
Thanks, Mike.
That's Cade Bleeker talking about today's contest, and we will let him go as he is likely going to head over to the Sioux Center High School and watch his sister, Willow. Yeah, Willow's doing okay tonight, too. 20 points for her, so not a bad day for the Bleeker household as they're knocking down some shots. She has three-pointers as well in that game with Unity over at the Sioux Center High School. I digress. Coach Brian Van Haften takes a seat beside me, and I'll say the same thing I said to Cade. Coach probably learned, the team learned a valuable lesson at Fremont earlier this season. Had a big halftime lead, took the foot off of the gas. There was no taking the foot off the gas in the second half of this one tonight.
No, the guys are locked in. We had a great week, Mike. We took a little extra time off, got our legs back, and I thought we practiced well this week. We worked on a couple of different things that we've been trying to do defensively, and those went well tonight. And, yeah, we just locked in defensively well, I thought. And yeah, Mike, I thought the first 7-8 minutes of each half were just really good for us tonight. We just got off to a great start. Even though Midland scored a little bit early on, I mean, we were just sharing the basketball really well and just moving it well, taking great shots, making shots. And we just did it again to start the second half, too. And it's a good trait of this team. And you know, you talked about the Midland game the first time we played them. Yeah, I mean, we have to learn from that. But if you look back to last year, we got off to poor starts a lot of times.
Yeah.
You know, late in the year, we went to Jamestown. We're down 22-8.
Yep.
We started off against Kokomo in the national tournament down 20-6. And so these are things that we have to keep working on. And so we talk about these things, and the guys are great about it. It's got great leadership on the team. You know, Luke Rankin was great tonight. I think I say that about every time, and especially when we get it going. He just has a great ability to make others better around him. And, you know, Cade Bleeker was wide open on a couple shots and passes from him tonight. And you know, the whole team had a nice game.
You talk about Luke Rankin, and I made the comment, Midland tried to bully him a little bit in the backcourt, tried to pick him up. And if you're going to do that, you better make sure that you keep him in front of you, because there were times where he created fast break opportunities, in effect, where there was no fast break.
Yeah, you can't bully him. There's no doubt about that, Mike. It's a good, you know, sight on your part. I mean, he is not bullyable and he is not pressurable, and you know, so you have to control him. And even then, he does a good job of getting the ball where it needs to go. And yeah, he's a major reason why we're having a good year. I mean, I know Jacob is having a heck of a year this year. One of the best years we've seen from one of our players in quite some time. But, you know, I think Luke Rankin is having an equally good year. Bryce Koppick's having a great year. And, you know, just some good stuff. I mean, Jackson Lusher was really good tonight in the first half.
He gave you some grit, I thought, in the first half when it was getting a little more physical, and he just got those hard-earned buckets, and that really, I thought, helped steady things for you.
No doubt about it. No doubt. When he comes off the bench, man, we keep rolling, and that's a great trait to have from our team. And, you know, Ben Fairclough comes off the bench, guards well, and I thought Camden Belis had a good game today, and a couple of nice passes, and yeah, just a good game all the way around. Sometimes you have to take advantage. You know, Midland, here they are. They're supposed to play on Wednesday, get moved to Thursday, playing an overtime game.
Yep.
You know, it helped that we didn't play this week, and sometimes you get the short end of the stick, but this time we probably get the right end of the stick.
Well, I was going to say the season isn't over.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, the way it's funny, and you talk about this. I remember it was several years ago, and our team had lost 4 in a row, 5 in a row, something like that. And I said something to one of our head coaches, and he said, the little secret is nobody feels sorry for you.
No.
they're
No.
still trying to figure out how to beat you and how to have success against you.
Yep.
If you think there is any sympathy or sorry felt in these situations, it's not, because everybody's working really hard at it.
Yep, that's exactly right. And there is no feeling sorry for anybody, and you got to come out ready to roll, that's for sure. And, we saw this team the first time. They played very well. They got a bunch of good young guys, and, and obviously we have to be ready to go again for the next game.
Challenges coming up at Dakota Wesleyan and at Hastings. Be great to get a couple, but it's going to take some work, Coach. I'll let you go.
Yeah, thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. We just want to give glory to God again for our guys, for the togetherness that we have, and for the abilities that these guys have. And we're very thankful, and we just want to make sure we glorify him when we play. Thanks, Mike.
Brian. That's Brian Van Haften talking about today's contest and the outlook of this team. And let's take a look at the final scores from around the league. I think everything has gone final. Morningside defeats Mount Marty 90-57. And we have Northwestern beating Concordia 79-65, and that one was never really even that close in the second half. Also, I think everything else is final. So Dordt victorious today, 102-64. The defenders are now Dakota Wesleyan beat Doane by 11, 80-69. So here's how things stack up right now. Morningside is 10-2. I'm going through the standings and scratching it out as we go. Jamestown 9-3. Dordt 8-4 in the league. Northwestern 8-4 in the league. They bounce back from a loss to Briar Cliff. Hastings slides to 6-6. Concordia is 7-7, and they've got a tough stretch coming up. They they play in that Concordia Invite next weekend, and that always seems to take its toll on that team. The Briarcliff Chargers had the day off. They stay 4-8. Doane is now 5-8. Mount Marty is 4-10. Midland falls to 2-11. So that does it for our broadcast. Dordt gets a sweep over the Midland Warriors today, 102-64 in men's play and 90-43 in women's basketball. Roll the credits. Thank you to Nathan Brook back at the Sioux County Radio Studios. Thank you to our coaches, Bill Harmson and Brian Van Haften, coming up, sharing their post-game comments with us. Also a thank you to players Macy Sievers and Cade Bleeker, and Rich Lodewijk and his band of Dordt Media Network student employees, putting together another bang-up production. That's going to do it for our broadcast. For all of those folks, I'm Mike Biker. Have a good night.